So we'll continue the HBO Max Discovery Warner merger talk with what they're going to be doing with the future of their apps, because for a while there's this big discussion of, are we going to have them as two separate apps? Are they going to merge into one mega app, which is what I've been saying forever now, and broken clock is right. Broken clock is right twice a day. I was right, y'all. However, Discovery once again proves that they are the smartest guys in the room. When they more or less said that they were going to merge these into one big app, they said from the get-go, this will not happen immediately when this acquisition happens. For a while, we will be working on a bundle system of how you can bundle HBO Max and Discovery together until we figure out how to get this new app up and running. I'm going, that's just smart. Don't rush out an app, HBO Max. DC Unlimited when that first launched. Don't just rush out an app because you need an app for all your content. This is smart. Bundle them as an option for people, and then eventually introduce your new app, Discover HBO. That's probably what I would call it. It's better than anything else because you probably need to keep your HBO branding. But more than anything, whenever you launch this new mega app, drop all your other apps. The biggest hindrance to HBO Max was not getting rid of the other HBO content. You still had regular HBO, HBO Go, HBO Now. Cut all that other crap out. Make it one app. Send it all there. Disney's probably about to do the same thing with Disney Plus and Hulu. Send it all there. Same thing here. I don't mind HBO Max, but there's a lot of room for improvement. Me, being the snobby cinephile that I am, have screamed to high heaven from day one, where the heck is all of your 4K content, HBO Max? Like, you have this vast catalog of movies that you actually have already released on 4K, but you don't put them on your service. Discovery Plus, a streaming platform with non-scripted content and nature documentaries, has more 4K content than HBO Max. They're like, y'all like HD? I would like more 4K content. I would like premium audio platforms when you available, like Disney Plus. Their new content is 4K Dolby Atmos just off the bat. You don't have to question that. Whereas I would love to watch Peacemaker in 4K. Why was that not an option at all? Or when HBO Max absorbed DC Universe and Young Justice and Titans and all those other shows came to HBO, 4K shows on that DC app, but when it comes to the big app, gets relegated to HD. I don't understand it. I also would like it to be a faster app. HBO Max can be a bit buggy at times.
At times.
Depends on what app you're watching it on. Like the one that I have on the TV is not bad, but when I watch it on the PS5, it genuinely looks like I'm watching it on DVD quality. It looks so bad. You fix your bitrate and everything else. Your video quality's not the best on HBO Max. Again, Discovery Plus gets it right for some reason. Like their app, honestly, it swings above its weight class. What else do you hope to see in a merged mega app, Josh? Probably the first of its kind if it's going to be merged into something this big.
Especially something this big, I think. I'm dubbing it Discovery Max Plus. Because I think we're just gonna be
HBO Discovery Max Plus, the app. Go now.
That's the full name.
Haggard's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure.
HBO Plus. No, hate it. No. But
Peacock.
They really do.
Discover Peacock Max.
What will be interesting is if they. How do I say this? What will be interesting is if you have to cancel subscription to, like, say, if you have. I don't have this problem because I borrow somebody else's HBO Max, but what will be interesting is if they make it so you have to cancel your subscription to HBO Max to then subscribe to the new app or if they're just going to go ahead and give everybody that option, like, hey, do you want to renew and just get transferred into this new app? Like, to me, that's smart because you have a ton of current customers. So just transfer them all in, because especially if you're going to do this big mega app, and again, we appreciate that they're taking their time, and having a bundle would be really cool. As someone who loves documentaries, having access to Discovery Plus would be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you.
House Hunters.
Say less,
Heather,
dude. Say less.
Heather and I basically just watched Discovery Plus for Triple D and House Hunters. And that's all we really need it for, and it's so wonderful that it's there. Like, Heather will just put on House Hunters. Don't even need to pick an episode. Just put it on and just leave it for like days, and it's totally fine with us. House Hunters is wonderful. However,
it is.
I hope they don't fully ditch the bundle idea, and what I mean by that is I've thought about re-upping my DC Infinite. It's DC Infinite is what the DC Comics app got turned into. It was DC Universe, which is where you had your animated shows, you had some movies, that's where Harley Quinn started off, but also had like tens of thousands of comics. I dropped that when it moved to HBO Max because Young Justice, Titans, and everything else was there, and I wasn't reading comics as much. I would like it if there was a bundle option of like, hey, HBO Max right now is $15. For $20, which will be like, let's just say that's the new price. It includes HBO Max and Discovery, all that. But with that $20, you also get DC Infinite for free. Like with Prime, getting Prime Video, but also, don't you get like Audible or something with Prime? Or
no,
that's an option?
You don't, unfortunately.
Oh, shocker, because Amazon. But like, tie in that. I know a lot of people wouldn't use that app, but it would be nice because it's already under one roof. Maybe get more people on that. Like, I don't know. I would like that to be bundled because Disney Plus is already bundled with Hulu and ESPN. That's a smart idea. Do that with the other things that you already own here.
What? You want more people to read comics or something? Ugh, what a terrible person. How dare you? Where do you get off trying to be terrible to today's youth and infect their minds with comic books? Ugh.
Yeah, and not just a whole bunch of people pretending that they've read comic books their whole life before the next comic book movie comes out so they can pretend to be experts.
I mean, I'm an expert on every comic book.
Yes, I know who Shuma Gorath is. I've always known who Shuma Gorath is.
He's that dude that did that thing, you know? That dude that did that thing.
I've always loved Doctor Strange. And obviously I'm like calling out just nerd culture in general, but I'm also absolutely calling us out. Like I've
we do this all the time.
I've totally phoned it being an expert.
I mean, and part of that's like, you know, having a podcast, being on a podcast is like you have to pretend at some point that you know what you're talking about.
Hey man, when it comes to Nightwing, I do know Dick.
Well, I know Dick about Dick, so.